everyone. My name is Peter. Today, I want to tell you about my school. I am 11 years old. I am in grade 6. My school is called Sunrise Elementary School. It is a friendly and happy place. My house is not far from school. It is about 2 kilometers away. Every morning, I go to school by bicycle. My bicycle is blue and yellow. I really like riding it. Sometimes, when it rains, my father drives me to school by motorbike. He wears a raincoat. And I wear a small raincoat too. My school is on Rose Street. This street has many tall trees on both sides. This street has many tall trees on both sides. The school building is painted in 2 colors. The main color is light yellow. The second color is white. It looks very bright under the sun. My school has 3 floors. There are 20 classrooms in total. Each classroom has a green board, a table for the teacher, and many small tables for students. There are also fans on the ceiling. In front of the school, there is a big yard. Students play there during break time. There are 2 large trees in the yard. One is a mango tree. The other is a tamarind tree. In the afternoon, the trees give cool shade. Next to the yard, there is a small garden. It has flowers of many colors. Pink, yellow, and red flowers grow there. My school also has a library. The library has many books. I like reading story books there. There is a sports field too. Students play football and badminton on that field. Near the sports field, there is a canteen. At break time, students buy snacks and drinks there. My classroom is on the 2nd floor. My classroom number is 6A2. My homeroom teacher's name is Miss Lan. She is a kind and gentle teacher. Miss Lan is not too tall. She has long black hair. She always ties her hair into a neat ponytail. She has a round face and bright eyes. When she smiles, her eyes look very warm. Miss Lan often wears a traditional long dress to school. Her favorite color is light blue. Her favorite color is light blue. She teaches us English. Her voice is soft and clear. She speaks slowly, so it is easy to understand. Miss Lan is very patient. When we do not understand a lesson, she explains it again and again. She also likes to tell funny stories before class. This makes us feel relaxed and happy. My classroom has 35 students. We sit in 5 rows. I usually sit near the window. From my seat, I can see the mango tree outside. My best friend is Min. He sits next to me. We often help each other with homework. Now, let me tell you more about my school day. From morning until afternoon, every school day starts early for me. I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. First, I brush my teeth and wash my face. Then, I eat a simple breakfast with my family. My mother usually cooks rice porridge or noodle soup. Sometimes, I eat bread with a fried egg. After breakfast, I put on my school uniform. My uniform has a white shirt and blue trousers. I also wear a red scarf. It shows that I am a member of the Young Pioneers. I pack my school bag carefully. I check my books, my pens, and my notebooks. Then, I say goodbye to my parents and ride my bicycle to school. On the way to school, I pass a small market. I see people selling vegetables, fruits, and flowers. I also pass a small park. Sometimes, I see old people doing morning exercise there. When I arrive at school, I park my bicycle in the bicycle area. The security guard helps to keep the bicycles safe. Then, I walk into the schoolyard. I see many students playing and talking happily. Some students play jump rope. Some students play marbles. Some students just sit under the trees and chat. I usually meet Min at the school gate. We walk together into the yard. At 7 o'clock, the bell rings. It is time for the flag ceremony. All students stand in straight lines in the yard. Each class has its own place. We sing the national song together. Our voices sound strong and proud. After singing, the principal gives a short talk. He reminds us to study well and be polite. Then, We walk to our classrooms in order. My class walks quietly and carefully. Inside the classroom, Miss Lan welcomes us with a smile. She checks our uniforms and our red scarves. She also checks if our classroom is clean. If it is not clean, we quickly tidy it up. After that, Miss Lan checks our attendance. She calls our names one by one. We answer present when we hear our name. This is our first activity of the day. Then, our lessons begin. Our timetable changes every day, but it always has 4 subjects in the morning. On Mondays, we study Vietnamese, math, English, and physical education. On Tuesdays, we study math, science, English, and art. On Wednesdays, we study Vietnamese, math, history, and music. On Thursdays, we study English, science, Vietnamese, and technology. On Fridays, we study math, Vietnamese, English, and civic education. I really enjoy English class the most. Miss Lan uses colorful pictures and flashcards to teach new words. Sometimes, she plays simple English songs for us. We sing along and learn new vocabulary at the same time. In math class, we learn about numbers, shapes, and simple calculations. Our math teacher is Mr. Tuen. Mr. Tuen is a tall man with short black hair. He wears glasses and always carries a small notebook. He is very strict, but he is also very fair. He explains difficult problems step by step. Sometimes, Mr. Tuen gives us fun math games. We compete in teams to solve problems quickly. I like these games because they make math more interesting. In science class, we learn about plants, animals, and simple experiments. Our science teacher is Miss Hoa. Miss Hoa is a young and cheerful teacher. She has short curly hair and a big bright smile. She often brings real objects to class, like leaves, seeds, or small rocks. This makes our lessons more exciting. Last week, we learned about how plants grow. Miss Hoa showed us a small pot with a growing bean plant. We watched the plant every day and wrote down what we observed. It was like a small science project. In art class, we draw pictures, color them, and sometimes make simple crafts. Our art teacher is Miss Mai. Miss Mai has long straight hair and always wears colorful clothes. She is full of energy and creativity. She encourages us to use our imagination. She says there is no wrong way to draw, only different ways. I remember one art lesson where we drew our dream house. I drew a small house with a garden and a swing. Min drew a big house with a swimming pool. We laughed and shared our drawings with the class. In music class, we learn to sing songs and clap rhythms. Our music teacher is Mr. Nam. Mr. Nam plays the guitar very well. He often brings his guitar to class and plays songs for us. We learn both Vietnamese songs and simple English songs. Singing together makes the class feel joyful. In history class, we learn about our country's past. Our history teacher is Mr. Duke. Mr. Duke tells stories about brave heroes and important events. His stories are always interesting and easy to remember. In physical education class, we exercise and play sports. Our PE teacher is Mr. Long. Mr. Long is strong and energetic. He teaches us how to run properly, jump correctly, and play team games. We often play football, jump rope, and relay races during PE class. It helps us stay healthy and active. At 9 o'clock, we have a short break. The bell rings, and everyone rushes outside happily. During break time, I usually play with Min and our other friends. We play tag or simple ball games. Sometimes, we just sit on the benches and talk about cartoons or games we like. There is a small snack stall near the canteen. Many students buy bread, sticky rice, or fruit there. I usually bring a small snack from home, like a banana or a piece of bread. After the break, we go back to our classroom. The next 2 lessons continue until 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, the bell rings again. This means it is time to go home for lunch. We line up neatly and walk out of the classroom. Miss Lan reminds us to be careful on the way home. I ride my bicycle back home together with Min. Since we live in the same neighborhood, at home, I have lunch with my family. My mother usually cooks rice, vegetables, and a simple meat or fish dish. After lunch, I take a short rest. Sometimes, I read a book or listen to music before falling asleep for a while. In the afternoon, I usually do my homework. My mother or my older sister helps me if I have difficult questions. I try to finish my homework early so I can have free time to play. Sometimes, I play badminton with my neighbors in the small yard near my house. Other times, I ride my bicycle around the neighborhood with Min and our friends. Let me also tell you about some special days at my school. Every Monday, we have a flag ceremony in the yard, as I mentioned before. But once a month, this ceremony becomes more special. On the first Monday of each month, our school organizes a small good student ceremony. Students with excellent behavior and good grades receive a small certificate. Last month, I felt very proud because Miss Lan called my name. I received a certificate for good study results. My classmates clapped for me, and I felt very happy standing in front of everyone. Our school also celebrates important days throughout the year. On the 20th of November, we celebrate Vietnamese Teachers' Day. Students prepare flowers and small gifts for their teachers. I remember last year, our class made a big card for Miss Lan. Every student wrote a short message inside. Miss Lan was very touched when she opened the card. She said it was one of her happiest days as a teacher. On the 1st of June, we celebrate International Children's Day. Our school organizes fun games and small gifts for students. Last year, there was a face painting activity. I had a small butterfly painted on my cheek. It was really fun. Around the Lunar New Year, our school also has a special celebration called Spring Festival. During the Spring Festival, students wear traditional clothes. Some girls wear our dye, and some boys wear traditional shirts. There are also fun activities like calligraphy writing, folk games, and delicious traditional foods. I remember trying to write my name using a calligraphy brush. It was difficult. Event at my school is the Mid-Autumn Festival. This usually happens in September. During this festival, students carry colorful lanterns around the schoolyard in the evening. We sing mid-autumn songs and eat mooncakes together. The yard looks very beautiful with all the lantern lights. I remember one year, my lantern was shaped like a star. Michael's lantern was shaped like a fish. We compared our lanterns proudly. Our school also organizes a sports day once a year. This is one of my favorite events. On Sports Day, all classes compete in different sports, such as running, jumping, and relay races. Last year, my class won the relay race competition. Everyone was extremely excited and happy. Mr. Lewis gave us a small trophy, and Miss Johnson took a group photo of our whole class. Besides these events, my school sometimes organizes educational field trips. Last semester, we went on a field trip to a local museum. We learned about the history of our city. The museum had old photographs, traditional costumes, and interesting artifacts from the past. Miss Johnson asked us to write a short report about what we learned. I wrote about the traditional clothes I saw. Another time, we visited a small farm outside the city. We learned how rice is grown and harvested. We even tried planting small rice seedlings ourselves. My hands got muddy, but it was a fun experience. These field trips help us learn new things outside of the classroom. I always look forward to them. Now, let me tell you a little more about my classmates and our daily life together. Besides Michael, I have other close friends in my class, such as Lucy, David, and Emily. Lucy is very good at drawing. She often helps decorate our classroom board with beautiful pictures. David is very good at math. He often helps his classmates understand difficult problems. Emily is very kind and gentle. She always shares her snacks with classmates who forget to bring lunch. We are like a small family in our classroom. We help each other and support each other every day. Sometimes we have small disagreements, like all friends do. But we always try to say sorry and stay friends. Miss Johnson often reminds us that friendship is very important. She says a happy classroom needs kindness and understanding. I also want to share a little about our classroom decorations. Our classroom walls are decorated with drawings, posters, and a class rules chart. The class rules chart reminds us to be polite, work hard, and respect our teachers and friends. We also have a small corner called the Reading Corner. It has a small bookshelf with story books. During free time, some students go there to read quietly. I really enjoy reading adventure stories there. Another corner in our classroom is the Green Corner. It has small plants that we take care of together. Each week, different students are responsible for watering the plants. I feel proud when it is my turn to water them. Our classroom also has a small board called Star of the Week. Students who behave well get a small star sticker. At the end of the week, the student with the most stars receives a small prize from Miss Johnson. Sometimes the prize is a small notebook. Sometimes it is a colorful pencil. These small prizes make us very happy. I remember once, I won the Star of the Week prize. I felt very proud and told my parents about it right away. Let me also tell you about exam days at my school. Since they are an important part of school life, at the end of each semester, we have exams for the main subjects like math, English, and reading. Before the exams, Miss Johnson gives us extra practice exercises to help us prepare well. She also reminds us not to feel too nervous. She says doing our best is more important than being perfect. On exam day, the classroom becomes very quiet. Everyone focuses on their papers carefully. After finishing the exam, we usually feel relieved and happy, especially when we go outside to play again. A few weeks later, we receive our exam results. Miss Johnson gives helpful comments to each student. If someone did not do well, she encourages them and offers extra help after school. I always try my best during exams, because I want to make my parents and my teacher proud. Besides studying, our school also teaches us important life skills. Every week, we have a short lesson called Life Skills, where we learn how to be safe and responsible. We learn things like crossing the street safely, being polite to strangers, and helping our friends when they need it. We also learn simple first aid skills, such as what to do if someone gets a small injury. These lessons help us become more independent and careful in daily life. Our school also teaches us about protecting the environment. Sometimes, our class joins a small cleaning activity in the schoolyard. We pick up trash and put it into bins. Miss Johnson tells us that keeping our school clean is everyone's responsibility, not just the cleaning staff. We also learn about saving water and electricity at school and at home. I try to remember to turn off the lights when I leave a room, just like Miss Johnson taught us. Now, let me share a little about how my school looks during different seasons. In spring, the schoolyard looks fresh and green. New leaves grow on the trees, and small flowers bloom in the garden. In summer, the weather becomes hot, but the big trees give us cool shade during break time. Sometimes, in summer, the school organizes short swimming lessons at a nearby pool. I am still learning how to swim well. In autumn, the weather becomes cooler and more comfortable. This is also the time of the Mid-Autumn Festival, which I mentioned earlier. In winter, especially in the early morning, the weather feels quite cold. Some students wear warm jackets over their uniforms. Even in winter, the schoolyard remains lively, with students still playing happily during break time. I think every season brings something special and beautiful to my school. Now, I also want to tell you about a memorable day that I will never forget. One day, during a science lesson, Miss Rose asked us to work in small groups to build a simple model. My group had to build a small model of a plant's life cycle using paper and colors. Michael, Lucy, and I worked together carefully. We drew a seed, a small sprout, a young plant, and a full-grown tree, when we presented our model to the class. Miss Rose praised our teamwork and creativity. I felt very proud that day. Not just because of the praise, but because we worked well together as a team. Another memorable day was during our school's sports day, which I mentioned earlier, before the relay race. I felt very nervous. My hands were shaking a little. Michael patted my shoulder and said, "Don't worry, Peter. Just do your best. We are a team." His words helped me feel calmer. When the race started, I ran as fast as I could. When our team crossed the finish line first, everyone cheered loudly. It was such an exciting moment. I remember hugging my teammates tightly, feeling happy and proud at the same time. These memories make me love my school even more. Every day feels like a new adventure with my friends and teachers. I also want to mention how much I appreciate Miss Johnson's care for our class. Once, I was feeling sick during class. Miss Johnson noticed that my face looked pale. She gently asked if I was okay. And then she let me rest in the school's small health room. The school nurse checked my temperature and gave me some water. Miss Johnson checked on me again after the lesson. Her kindness made me feel safe and cared for. Even though I was away from home, this experience taught me that teachers are not just people who teach lessons. They also care about our health and happiness. I truly believe that Miss Johnson is not only my teacher, but also like a second mother at school. Now, let me also share how our school prepares us for future grades. Since I am in grade 6, our teachers often remind us that we are getting closer to higher education levels. Miss Johnson encourages us to build good study habits now, so we can succeed in future grades. She teaches us how to organize our study time and how to review lessons regularly. She also encourages us to ask questions whenever we do not understand something. I tried to follow her advice by reviewing my lessons every evening before doing new homework. I believe these small habits will help me become a better student as I grow older. Before I finish my story, I want to share one more thing about my school's atmosphere. Even though we study hard, our school always feels warm and friendly. Teachers greet students with smiles every morning. Students greet teachers politely with a small bow. During break time, laughter and chatting fill the yard. It feels like a big, happy family. I feel very lucky to study at Sunrise Elementary School. With caring teachers and wonderful friends, every day, I learn something new. Whether it is a lesson in class or a small life experience with my friends, I hope that when I grow older, I will still remember these simple but meaningful school days. I am very happy to study at Sunrise Elementary School. It gives me many good memories every day, every morning. When I ride my bicycle to school, I feel excited for a new day of learning. I hope you enjoyed listening to my story about my school. I really enjoyed sharing it with you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again in the next video. Goodbye.